Welcome back to Top Celeb. Today, we're diving into the intriguing world of the Beatles, exploring some of the most fascinating curiosities surrounding the legendary band. Number 1. The birth of the Beatles name. Did you know that the Beatles name was inspired by another famous band? That's right, they got the idea from Buddy Holly and the Crickets. Number 2. Their first single and number 1 album. Let's take a trip back to 1962 when the Beatles released their first single, Love Me Do. Fast forward to 1965, and their album, Help, became the first ever Beatles album to debut at number 1. Number 3. The Beatles vs. The Rolling Stones. On July 23, 1964, the Beatles made history by knocking the Rolling Stones off the top spot in both the singles and album charts, a true double whammy moment. Number 4. The Beatles' 1964 international tour. In June 1964, the Beatles embarked on an international tour, performing 32 concerts over 19 days in Denmark, Hong Kong, Australia, and New Zealand. Number 5. The "more popular than Jesus" controversy. John Lennon's statement that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus sparked a massive backlash from religious groups in the United States and led to a ban on Beatles records in South Africa. Number 6. Obscure Beatles songs and lost recordings. There are some rare and obscure Beatles songs, like a heavily bootlegged recording made during their "Let It Be" sessions at Twickenham Film Studios. This otherworldly jam would fit right in on their Magical Mystery Tour album. Number 7. Decca Records' rejection of the Beatles. Imagine rejecting the Beatles. That's what Decca Records did, believing that guitar groups were on their way out. Talk about a missed opportunity. Number 8. Abbey Road album sales. As of 2023, Abbey Road is one of the highest-selling Beatles albums, with 10.2 million sales worldwide. Number 9. The "Paul is dead" myth. One of the most bizarre Beatles myths was the rumor that Paul McCartney had died in a car accident in 1966 and was replaced by a look-alike. Clues about his supposed death were said to be hidden in their music and album artwork. Number 10. George Harrison's virginity. Did you know that George Harrison lost his virginity in front of the rest of the group? According to the book Tune In, an investigative anthology about the Beatles, George, Paul, John and Pete Best were sleeping in bunk beds when George lost his virginity in one of the beds. So there you have it, 10 mind-blowing curiosities about the Beatles. Were you surprised by any of these facts? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content from Top Celeb.